Well, how do you do, everybody? Welcome back to the Coffee Break. It's time to chill out for a little while, have a conversation, and talk out loud and think out loud. And I'm inviting you to come along and join me. And today, I'm just going to let my thoughts flow about whatever comes to mind. Okay? That's what the Coffee Break's about. It's just sitting around blabbing our mouths and gabbing a little bit about whatever's going on in our lives, what we're seeing, what we're experiencing, and what we think, or what we think, and all that. So please participate in the conversation by leaving comments in the comment boxes below so that we can continue the conversation. I greatly appreciate that. So today, I've made some notes because I was thinking about, what do I want to talk about? And I really like just being able to free flow and just talk about whatever's on my mind. And one thing I noticed that I thought I might want to share with y'all is that I'm a kind of guy that's kind of middle of the road, and I'm just sort of pretty much optimistic a lot of the times, but I do from time to time get pessimistic. And I see the positive and the negative of all kinds of things, but I can see this many sides to many stories. And I believe that there is more than two sides to a story. There are many. And that's because there's many of us individuals that have just as many varying perspectives in life, and about what's going on or not going on, or just through our experiences and our background and our cultures and all kinds of things like that. So because of those varying perspectives, I believe that there are more than just two sides to a story, which is why when we're going through a lot of chaos in the world today, that I like to think about finding things to laugh at, to smile at, to have a joke about, to find humor, to have a little laugh and a smile and a twinkle in our eye despite it all. You can't just sit around moping and groping and, saying, hey, misery loves company. That's not what I want, and I don't think that's what a lot of other people want either. Of course, there are those that do. My mother was one of those people who, sat and just lived in her misery, I think. I don't think she liked that all the time, but I do believe it happened. And bless her heart, and may she rest in peace, she doesn't have to deal with that anymore. Any negative thoughts? You can't get away from the negativity that's out there. It's just running rampant, But you can focus on a lot more positivity and try to make yourself feel good when you don't. And by doing videos like this, I'm not only making myself feel good, I'm hopefully making others feel good too. Those who want to tune in and recognize that that's what I'm doing. Anywho, the reason I'm talking about these perspectives and trying to always find ways to feel good about yourself is because one thing that I like to do is get online and look for the good news. Heaven knows you can quickly find a lot of the bad news, but really look for the good news. And one thing I do is watch YouTube videos. And I look for things that inspire me. And I like to watch people who are going out and being adventurous and doing adventurous things, or they notice funny things. Like I was telling you all about my story time, just going out and just running into all these crazy, wacky people in my last video. People who share that kind of stuff, you can get a little humor out of that. You can get a little insight. You might say, okay, well, now I know something about that area or that situation. And I like to watch YouTube videos that do just that. And some of the favorite ones I like to watch are really adventurous in the nature of how they're put together, because they like to take you on camping expeditions or hiking expeditions. They show you parts of the world where they're traveling and their experiences while they're there. And you get a taste. And it's sort of like living vicariously through other people. So you glean a little something from them that makes you feel good about life and the world and yourself. And I think that's great because I'm one of those people who can be sensitive at times, and I can feed off of other people's energies. And if it's bad energy, I either have to get out of there or find a way to turn that energy around with my positivity so that I can make it through that situation or that event. But these kinds of things that I notice, people living off the grid in cabins out in the forest, in the mountains, in the woods, or they're going on a mountain bike ride that's like 2 weeks long, and how they deal with that. It's very inspiring. And they have great messages, and there are people out there who do motivational messages, and they just sit and they just want to tell you their experiences and how they feel about it or see something, and they try to spin it in such a way that you get a positive message from it. Of course, there's online churches and online motivational speakers and gurus and swamis and all kinds of people out there delivering great messages. Not all of them are for everybody, but you can find a lot of those messages are out there. And if you're looking for positivity, you're looking for hope, and you're looking for better ways to look at things by turning them around and what I like to call find your funny, then you can do that by getting online and being able to watch some of these inspiring videos. It's the good news stuff. And they're everywhere. You just have to look for them. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. I hope that you can share some of your favorite sites to go to be inspired or to find good messages. Even on social media, you can find people who are really, really focused on sending out a good message. And they only post messages that give you a nice, positive phrase or two, something that'll give you some motivation, a little boost of energy, a little peace of mind. That's what we're all looking for, right? In some capacity. I believe that's true. What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments about that, and I'd like to know more about what you're looking at and what inspires you and what makes you feel good when you get online or when you go out into the world, whatever it may be. So feel free to share that in the comment boxes below. I wanted to share that with you today because that was something that came across my mind that I thought was important to share, that we got to go out there sometimes and we got to take the reins ourselves, pull up our own bootstraps and find the good news, find the hope, and find that which inspires us and motivates us to be much more than what we are doing with ourselves right now. We can become stronger, more vital individuals and continue pursuing our dreams and our passions and our belief systems in such a way that it will inspire others to do the same. Just by them watching. And there's always somebody watching, by the way. Always, no matter where you go. Sometimes you don't even know they're watching you, or they don't even see what you're doing. I mean, I don't even know that people realize that they're being watched. And someone will get something out of what you're doing or not doing or saying or not saying, etc. and so on. And in any case, I wanted to share today all about finding the good news and how I like to do that. It makes me feel good because this whole week, I got to tell you, Monday through Friday, while I'm doing this video, I didn't feel good at all. I don't know what it was. It must have been in the water or the air or something, but I noticed other people were not having a good week either. And it was just beyond my control to a certain degree. It's just sort of that blasé feeling. And I wanted to feel good, so I always kept pursuing the positivity. So it's out there. You just got to find it. And I'd love to find more. So I just keep searching. Just go on YouTube, Google, and do your social media and find the good news and look for those perspectives that are in sync with you. A little like-mindedness sort of helps you move it along a little bit, and then maybe you can do your own thing. You can get back to doing your own thing. And I know for me, I really want to get back to doing more of what I used to do, but I feel that I haven't really been living my life this year in 2020. Not really, because, I'm all holed up, or I have been. Of course, I do get out a little bit, I've got my mask and I got, areas that I could kind of go hang out, but it's not a lot. But I realized this week I really haven't been living my life the way I am used to living it, and of course the way I foresee myself living it. And I'm sure there's many of you out there who feel the same way or have experienced the same thing, and you just didn't know how to. You couldn't pinpoint exactly what you were thinking about it, or put a name to it or anything, but you knew something was not quite, quite right. Even though you're trying to get there, despite all the chaos and the circumstances, you're still trying to go on and do your thing. You still haven't been able to. And that's where I find myself this week. And so I just thought it was good to share that, to confess that, to admit it, but to preface that with the idea that throughout it all, I'm always constantly looking for the funny things to observe and to glean some smiles and laughs out of, and maybe a new perspective. So that's my thoughts for today. That's my video vlog for the day. So I'd love to hear your comments, of course, as usual. And so please leave them below. And if you like this video, please, again, give me a thumbs up and hit that notification button, subscribe, share the video through all your email blasts and social media blasts so that we can get other people involved in the conversation. I know a lot of people don't want to do that, and a lot of people don't want to make comments or anything, but I really want to have a conversation with whoever's out there listening. So participate. Give me some ideas on what you'd like to talk about too. And until we meet again, I'm going to say to you, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye now.